The Honorable Commissioners of the Judicial Service Commission who are going to engage you this morning on your application for the position of a judge of the High Court. We will begin with a brief introduction for the sake of the record. My name is Martha Kome. I'm the chairperson of the Judicial Service Commission. I welcome you to this interview.
Thank you.
And my name is Machari Njero. I'm the vice chair. Welcome.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Oluwande Evelyn, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, Council. Jacqueline Ngutia, you're welcome.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Good morning, Council.
Good morning.
My name is Justice Mohammed Ibrahim of the Supreme Court. I'm a commissioner in Karibu Sana.
Thank you.
Good morning, Wakili Fatuma Sichale, a commissioner.
Thank you, my lady.
Good morning. My name is Chati Kisoto. You're welcome, a commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay.
Good morning. Isaac Ruta is my name, member of the Judicial Service Commission.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Good morning, Mr. Wafula. Zilani Caroline is my name. Karibu Sana.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Good morning, Mr. Wafula. My name is David Majanja, Judge of the High Court and Commissioner. You're welcome.
Thank you, my Lord.
Thank you, Commissioners, for that introduction. We will now begin the interview. What do you prefer to be called, Mr. Wafula or Mr. Munyefu?
I'll prefer to be called Mr. Murunga.
Mr. Murunga. Thank you very much. You can begin by confirming to us your county.
Thank you, my lady. My county is Trans Nzoia. My ethnicity is Luya. The sub-tribe is Bukusu.
Okay, thank you very much. The first set of questions will be asked by the Vice Chair.
Okay, just a few questions. Now, I look at your CV and it's quite rich, looks quite comprehensive. Now, you are currently a partner in a substantial firm. Now, could you please explain to the Commission what informs your decision to transit to judiciary, notwithstanding the already illustrious career that is captured in your CV?
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. As you rightly stated, I'm a partner in Simba and Simba Advocates. I'm also I also hold various positions in the firm, including being, having been appointed by this commission. And for me, it is, what informs me is probably two reasons. There is a personal conviction to join the judiciary and have a public service as one of my accomplishments. I have been interested in this public service, and that is why I actually applied to the Judicial Service Commission in 2014. So 10 years ago, I had actually applied to be a member of the Sports Disputes Tribunal, and I was invited for an interview, and I didn't make it at that particular time, and then I made a second attempt, and I was appointed. And then later, I felt that I needed to also apply for this position because it applies to a wider audience in the sense that at the Sports Disputes Tribunal, there's also a limited audience within which we act. We are also only dealing with sports matters, but the High Court position actually has a greater impact to it. But I'm also aware that leaving the firm, there will obviously be certain gaps, and there is a succession planning that has actually happened. I have been in the same law firm for 26 years now, having joined in 1998 and risen through the ranks from being a pupil to actually having been a managing partner. I stepped down in 2018, and then I was unanimously elected as the chair of the Partners Board, and I have served in that position for 5 years. It's really the apex of the positions in the firm, and I believe that I can actually do some knowledge transfer in this wide area that I have actually served in to the judiciary.
Okay, now, if you transit to becoming a judge, you've now be in a position to determine disputes as opposed to where you are canvassing a matter on behalf of a client. Now, from your experience, where would you say that that comes in, your ability now to translate to determining disputes based on actual experience that you've gone through, in the various positions that you've held.
Thank you, Commissioner. I think I started first as a litigation associate and did civil litigation mainly. And subsequently, I then transitioned to commercial law. So I would say that my strengths will then be in commercial law because I've been handling matters in respect of intellectual property, pensions law, business law, as we call it at the firm, or corporate law, that has, the usual matters such as mergers and acquisitions, having matters such as I've done also restructuring of companies. I've also done legislative drafting. In fact, I actually was on an assignment in Rwanda some time back, where I did the tea regulations for the OSIRTE, which is the Rwanda Tea Authority. And so my forte will really be in commercial law.
My final question, you see, if you translate again, the issue of cutting yourself off from the firm as a partner, that is one. And also, of course, the issue of matters where, because you've acted for a wide array of clients. Now, could you explain to the Commission what steps you would take to ensure that you're able to avoid the conflict that would arise from it? In practical terms, the immediate steps that you take in the medium and
aware that under Article 77, I'm not supposed to have other gainful employment, and so I will disengage myself from the firm so that then I concentrate on a position which is actually full-time. But and that is what I did even when I was appointed to the Sports Disputes Tribunal. Before being appointed to the Sports Disputes Tribunal, I was in a commission, in a tribunal at the Football Kenya Federation, and I resigned that position so that, because I knew there is potential conflict of interest if you move to a tribunal that is arbitrating on sports disputes and you are still a member of that tribunal. So that's the same thing that will happen in this particular case, that I will actually disengage myself fully from any matters that may have any potential conflict of interest.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Wakili, good morning once more.
Good morning, my lady.
From the conversation that we've had so far, you do indicate that your forte is in commercial law.
Yes.
If you're lucky to become a judge, you may not have that luxury of choosing where to be in terms of the divisions that are there in the High Court. So imagine yourself, you are in a courtroom setup, you're conducting a criminal trial, and you have the evidence of an accomplice. When you'll be writing your judgment, how do you treat this evidence of an accomplice?
Yes, my lady, as you rightly indicate, and that there are different divisions within the High Court, I am ready and aware that I will actually need to appreciate various aspects when I'm conducting criminal trials, so that in case of matters that are brought before me in a criminal case, I will actually look at the evidence of everybody who comes before me and treat it with the certain weight that it's attached to, in respect of certain matters such as evidence for, I would look at the Evidence Act and what it actually makes
so
provision.
here for people who are ready to hit the road running.
Yes.
So you're going to court, immediately you're appointed. Here is a matter, you've had the evidence of an accomplice. What happens? Or how do you treat that evidence of an accomplice?
My lady, I would